Warning, I say a lot of bad words. Nachomane. Welcome to Main Event Reviews. Today we're watching the first episode of WXO. Somebody wanted me to do a video on this and I'm just now doing it. But anyways, whoever recorded this cut out the intro of the show. The first match of the night is Erik and Zandig versus Adam Pearce and Tommy Rogers. I did not expect to see Zandig on this show. I don't know what type of pants Erik has on, but they look kinda cool. Tommy Rogers and Adam Pearce come out to the ring. It feels kind of weird seeing Adam with hair. He looks better with no hair because he got a big forehead. And I didn't even know he had long hair like that. That shit crazy. Erik tried to pat Tommy on the head like a dog, but Tommy slapped his hand. Erik gets on his knees to make fun of Tommy for being shorter than him, but then Tommy started kicking him in the chest. Tommy gave Erik a two-handed bulldog, and then Zandig gets in the ring, so then Tommy gave him a drop kick that made both of them go outside. Zandig gets tagged in and gives Adam Pearce a DDT. He gets back up, he starts doing combos. He did a rolling senton and a leg drop. Adam Pearce starts fighting back. He gives Zandig a hip toss, an arm drag, and finally a nice drop kick to the face. A atomic drop by Tommy Rogers to Erik, and then Adam punches him in the face. Tommy tags Adam back in. They do a dancing arm spin just to do a chop. I never seen that before. That was kind of extra. Tommy and Adam do some more tag team moves. This time they do a double suplex to Erik Watts. Zandig and Erik have no offense. Erik tried to go for a leapfrog, but when he landed, he pretended that his leg hurt. He started selling his knee, but when he got close, he kicked Tommy in the gut and gave him a DDT. Erik got up and started doing some jumping jacks. That was a nice spot. Tommy faked a punch to the face and gave Erik his own DDT. Now both men are down. Everybody gets in the ring. Tommy gives Zandig a monkey flip out of the corner. Adam tried to give one to Erik too, but then he held on to the ropes and then he fell on his head. Erik tried to pin Adam, but Tommy kicked him in the head. Adam went for the pin, but Zandig gets back up and drops the elbow on Adam's head to get the victory for his team.
Adam Pearce moves over and Zandig drops the elbow. Hey, wait a minute, ref. Wait, no! 1, 2, and 3, that's it! Rogers and Pearce have been defeated.
Well, the classic switcheroo type deal. You've seen tag teams do it so many times. Look at the size of that.
What was that?
He lost to a fucking elbow drop. That fucking sucked. They show these two guys in the crowd. They're twins. I don't know who they are yet. The camera goes backstage to Severn getting out of a car. They don't show his face. They only show his back while he's walking. They could have gave him a hoodie or something like the Bloodline. They got a commercial for a South Park video game. I like watching South Park, and I got that one game they made called A Fractured Butthole. They show a Ted Dibiase promo. He says he's the CEO and the CFO of WXO, and he wants to bring good family-friendly entertainment back to pro wrestling. He also talks about his wrestling career. It was about like 3 minutes long. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest.
If you've got what it takes, if you think that you can make it here, then you will get a fair opportunity. But remember this, there's another old saying, you reap what you sow. And I want you to know one thing, that is the motto here, you will reap what you sow. And if you have any problems whatsoever in WXO, remember this as well, the buck stops right here.
The second match of the night is Maniac Manny versus Shawn Hill. This Manny guy came out looking like the Incredible Hulk. I don't know what he tried to do with his face paint, but I don't like it. Shawn Hill, he got that generic jobber entrance. He got in the ring fast as hell jogging. I don't know if it's just me, but he kind of looks like Rocky Maivia with the hair and the boots. Maniac Manny shakes Shawn's hand and then he kisses it. Shawn went like, what the fuck? Japanese arm drag by Shawn, and then he gives a nice hurricanrana to Maniac Manny. Manny starts playing dirty, and then he gives Shawn a spinning neck breaker. Manny clotheslines Shawn in the corner, and then he gave him a kiss. I'm gonna call this guy Green Dust. Shawn picks up Manny and gives him a front slam. He starts shaking his hips and drops an elbow on Manny. Shawn hits a moonsault from the brass rope onto Manny, but he kicks out at one. What the fuck was that? Maniac Manny catches Shawn and gives him a backbreaker. Manny goes up top, but then he slips and hits his balls on the turnbuckle. He started smiling and just kept on going. And then he gets the victory with his ugly-ass diving headbutt.
All right, now he's finally up. Well, you know what they say, he's nuts. Whoa! A flying headbutt. It wasn't pretty, but it looks like it was effective. He gets the 3 count on Shawn Hill.
Well, a victory for the Maniac. He seems to look pretty happy. If he keeps kissing people, he's going to have chapped lips, Cruz. Yeah.
Ted Dibiase was talking about a family-friendly show. How is this family-friendly when this guy is kissing everybody? That shit don't make no sense. But anyways, Ted Dibiase is talking to Dan Severn, but they won't show his face yet still. Hey guys, take a look at this Barry Darsow Hulk Hogan commercial.
You have what it takes to name your own price? Then log on to Priceline.com and save on airline tickets, hotel rooms, new cars, home mortgages, and more. That's Priceline.com on the internet. Name your own price. It's bigger than big.
Ted Dibiase is in the ring and he calls out Dan Severn. Dan said that he wants to be the best and that's why he's in WXO. There isn't anybody on the roster to be better than. I don't know what the hell you talking about. The camera cuts to the guys backstage listening to Dan. They were like, that guy isn't even a wrestler. Who does he think he is? The guys backstage come out to the ring and talk to Dan. Al Green tried to hit Dan in the face, but Dan caught him in an ankle lock. Barry Harrowitiz came out to the ring and made Mike Enos hit Barry Darsow, and then they started fighting. This right here is a clusterfuck.
He'll break that ankle. Al Green better get me, better tap. He is tapping. Al Green is tapping. Look at all the... Barry Harrowitiz. Harrowitiz just caught Enos. No, wait a minute. The bully and Enos are going after this. This is a miscommunication. These guys are friends.
I guess everybody's getting excited because of what Severn's done.
All right, we'll try to straighten this out, and we'll be right back as we continue with more action on WXO Wrestling.
The next match is Scott Nash versus Barry Darsow. They really had this Kevin Nash clone on the first episode of the show. That's crazy. This reminds me of the fake Scott Steiner in TNA. His name was Del Rios. Scott Nash had one match in WCW against Macho Man. He was Kevin Nash in the dress. Why did Barry Darsow make his entrance 2 times? He was already out here anyways. Barry Darsow gives Scott Nash a big clothesline. Scott Nash gets thrown over the top rope to the outside. Mike Enos comes back to the ring and hits Barry with a chair. The back of Barry's head hit the steps.
Mike Enos had go chair.
Well, the great equalizer crews a steel chair.
This is so unfortunate.
Enos hit Barry one more time with the chair on the ground. The ref is looking at him, but he doesn't even care. Scott Nash wins the match via countout. That was a fucking dumb match. It's time for the Nachomane event. It's the Bodies versus the Heartbreakers. I didn't expect this to be the main event of the first episode. I never seen this Heartbreaker team before, but their names are Adonis and Apollo. Both of these teams have the same gimmick kinda with the names. The Bodies are Ace Steel and Danny Dominion. I've only ever seen one Ace Steel match. It was when he was in WWE as Donald Trump and he fought against a fake Rosie O'Donnell. I saw this match on TV when I was 6. Hip toss by Ace Steel, then he does an arm drag to Apollo. Danny gets tagged in and also does an arm drag to Apollo. Danny gives a suplex to Apollo. Ace Steel gets back in and hits Apollo with a drop kick. Adonis knees Ace in the back and then Apollo gives Ace Steel a suplex. Adonis gives Ace a back suplex and then Ace started overselling it. When I saw this, I was like, what the hell? Nasty looking front suplex by Adonis. He dropped him sideways kinda. Ace Steel tried to come back, but Adonis gave him a jumping face buster. Double clothesline by the Heartbreakers to Ace Steel. They also do a double suplex to Ace Steel. The referee wasn't paying attention. Sunset flip by Ace Steel. He was able to get the pin, but he only got a 2 count. Ace Steel gets the tag to Danny, but the referee didn't see it, so it doesn't even count. The Heartbreakers try to do one more tag move on Ace Steel, but he reverses them and hits him with a jumping clothesline. Ace Steel just gets up and tags his partner. He didn't even sell anything. He was getting beat up that whole time, and then he just got up. Danny gets in the ring, and the Heartbreakers start jumping him. That was the coldest tag I've ever seen in my life. He only did like 2 punches, and then he got beat up. The Heartbreakers take Danny outside. Adonis was going to hit Danny with a chair, but a guy in the crowd stops him.
Wait a minute. Hey, that's Mark, just grab a chair. Wait a minute, stop this. This is not good. This is not good. That's that fan we saw earlier.
We don't want some bodybuilder getting involved here.
What is going on here?
Hey, he's paying the price. Look, this is the old school, Chris. When somebody from the audience gets involved, you got to put the boots on.
Wait a minute. Are you saying the Heartbreakers and the Bodies are all...
Wait, there's 2 of them.
What in the name of... Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Before I could see what was going to happen next, the show just cuts off. I could definitely see why the show only had 3 episodes now. Damn, that's crazy, but anyways, if you liked the video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you want to join my Discord server, link in description. Nachomane out.